Welcome to Adventures in TV Land. Now today's video is not so much an adventure, it's more of just a commentary about something I recently learned about. I recently read an article, actually a couple articles, that Disney is going to remake Flight of the Navigator. Now that movie was not a Disney movie when it was first released back in the early 1980s. It was released by another company. Disney was just the distributor, but they have purchased the rights to the movie, I guess now, and they are going to remake the film. Not only are they going to remake the film, but they're going to gender swap the main role. So David, who is the navigator, the young boy in the movie, is no longer a boy, but will be a girl in the upcoming remake. Now, I just have two thoughts about this. One, first of all, why are you remaking Flight of the Navigator? I personally enjoy that movie. However, it has not aged very well. It is very much a film of its time. It's nice to watch every now and again. I grew up, I didn't see it when it came out in theaters. I saw it when it was on HBO. And that's where I actually saw Flight of the Navigator for the first time as a kid. It came on, it was part of HBO. I saw it there. That was the first time I saw the movie. I thought it was kind of cool. It was a cool story about a kid who basically got knocked out by aliens, and when he woke up, it was 8 years in the future, I believe, and him trying to get back to the time in which he had left. But the movie was not a box office success back in the day. It was just an average film. It has somewhat of a cult following behind it, but it's not a huge cult following or anything like that. It's more of a, it's a minor film that it's fun to watch and enjoy, but it's very much a product of its time. Sarah Jessica Parker, I guess, is probably most notable. She has a kind of small role in the film, as does, well, anyway, she's the one that has probably the most notable thing about the film, other than the fact that Paul Reubens, Pee Wee Herman, portrays the voice, or does the voice of Max, which is the robot in the film, the robot alien, which is basically a puppet. But anyway, those are probably the two most notable things about it. Other than that, I guess one of the prop ships that was used in the movie, you can actually still see it at Walt Disney World. It's still there. So, but the film was not in any way a success. There's not a huge cult following behind it, anything like that. And like I said, it was very much a product of this time. It's not a film that's like, oh, this would be a good film to remake. No, it's not a good movie to remake. There's a lot of movies that were made in the past. There's no need to remake them. Just leave them as they are. Write something new. And the second thing then is, why does every role have to be gender swapped, or race swapped, whatever swapped? The people, they try to get the point across, we're mixing things up, we're so diverse, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not. You're just pandering. That's all you're doing. Create something new. Create a new movie that stars a girl, that she's the main protagonist in the film. Don't take a fairly little known movie from the mid 1980s and then just gender swap it and, say it's something grand and glorious when it's not. Just write something new. Write a new story. I mean, I know Hollywood, throughout a lot of its history, has been devoid of any originality. But to me, and this is speaking as someone who actually likes the movie, this really seems like you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Just let things be. Make a new movie. Create something original. Do something like Free Guy. That's an original movie. Look how well it did at the box office. The Quiet Place and The Quiet Place 2. Look how well they did at the box office. They're original. They're fresh. They're something new. So that's all I have to say about that at the moment. So the Walt Disney Company is remaking Flight of the Navigator, but they are switching the main roles so that the David is no longer David. Well, maybe she will be called David. I don't know, but it's going to be played by a young woman, a young girl. And personally, I think it's a horrible idea. I think it's just a horrible idea to remake that movie in particular. And then I don't understand this obsession with this switching things around. You know, I would be, as much as I love some things and love some roles, I would be like upset that people weren't creating new roles, doing something new, something original. So that's all I have to say about that at the moment. Thank you for watching. Until next time, that's a wrap.